Because once we have these successful businesses and we're having this impact, we can use that to invest in other causes. We are having that ripple effect with the people we help. It's just a beautiful space, and we need more of you in that space, not feeling stuck, not feeling overwhelmed, not feeling lost or locked in a cycle of self-doubt. Hello and welcome to the Driven Female Entrepreneur Podcast. I'm your host, Melitta Campbell, award-winning business coach, best-selling author, value whisperer, and founder of the Dream Clients Blueprint, the proven system that guides you in defining, communicating, and selling your true value with ease and authenticity so you can feel proud of the positive income and impact you are creating. Each week on this show, I share practical business building advice from my own experiences and those of a range of successful women. Our aim is to help you dream bigger and achieve more by learning from what works and gaining tools, tips, and insights that will help smooth your path to success. Today, I want to talk to you about the problem with summits, and online summits in particular. And that may sound a very strange thing to be talking about, as the Dream Clients Summit, my 5-day online summit, is coming up in less than 2 weeks. So why am I telling you that there is a problem with summits? Well, because I want to share with you the issue I have with online summits and why and how I have tried, at least, to do the Dream Client Summit differently so you don't have these same issues. So the first problem I find with online summits, particularly as someone who's a bit more introverted and therefore needs to manage my energy really well, is that they're just overwhelming. There is just so much going on, and I don't know where to start with them. Often a lot of the talks are a little bit random. They kind of have a theme, but there's no structure to the summit. So I don't know where to begin. I don't know how to get the most out of it. I'm not quite sure what to expect. And something that really helps me to manage my energy is being able to plan in advance, to know what I'm doing, to really think things through and create myself a plan and a schedule so that I can feel really confident that I'm making the most of the opportunity presented to me, because I am a complete development junkie. I love learning new things. I am definitely a lifelong learner, and I sign up for all sorts of learning opportunities and I love them. But so often they aren't structured or don't give me the tools and communications I need to be able to show up as my best self, get the most from the summits in a way that suits my introverted personality. So that's one thing that I have tried to overcome with the structure of Blueprint Summit, and I'm going to talk to you about that in a moment. The other thing I find with way too many of these summits is that you don't really get the depth of information that you need to be able to take action. If you spend a half an hour or 45 minutes listening to a talk and you come away thinking, well, now what do I do? Well, that was interesting. It was a very nice discussion, but I don't know what to do with that information. Then that's not helpful. And so the way I've approached the summit would make sure that that is not going to happen in any of the interviews in the summit. And also the other side of that is that often people say, oh, this is how to solve the problem, but you only get to know this when you work with me. It's very salesy. And again, I really dislike that. I think it's very disrespectful. So again, I've structured my summit in a way that makes sure that that doesn't happen. There are no sales pitches in the summit. I promise. Nobody is going to give you any hard sell, just lots and lots and lots of value and practical actions as well. The other thing, and again, this comes to the lack of structure and communications around the summit, is that it feels a little bit rushed. You kind of start and you think, oh, now I've kind of figured out what to do, and it's over. And again, and I get why that would be a problem, because my summit's 25 speakers over 5 days. There's a lot going on, but I wanted to structure it in a way that doesn't feel rushed, that it just feels like you're exploring a topic in enough depth and from enough angles to be really helpful for you, and also get guidance on exactly what of your learning to apply and when. I'll tell you a little bit more about that as well. The other thing is some summits have a Facebook group or something, but so many don't have any kind of community. And for me, if I go to an actual summit or any kind of in-person event, that's almost the best bit. It's all the networking. So that's, again, something that I miss on an online summit, is a good community, a good chance to share and discuss and engage and meet the speakers as well. So that's something else, not having any support to filter through information and figure out, okay, I kind of think this is my next steps, but I'm not sure. And then there's nowhere to go to for support. The support that often is there is very short-lived. It's just for the purpose of the summit, and it doesn't go any further than that. So as I mentioned, I wanted to do things a little bit differently. So I've taken quite a lot of time to think about how would I love to have a summit structured for my thinking, what I need to get from it. So it's really applicable, very practical, feels like I'm being nurtured and supported all the way through. And so that's what I've aimed to create with the Dream Clients Blueprint. And having the experience that I've had before with online summits, then, why do a summit to celebrate my 15th anniversary in business? There are so many other ways I could celebrate, but, I've kind of become known via my existing groups, through my monthly events and masterclasses I'm always sharing, my podcast, my guest posting and guest podcasting, my speaking. There's so much that I put out there, and I'm really actually quite proud to have become known for the value that I present to my audiences, how I help them, even if they're not a paying client. In my mind, everyone who's in my community, it's my responsibility to help them and help them grow and share my wisdom. I used to work in corporate, and there were so many people who have this idea that knowledge is power, so they hold on to it. But I don't think that's true. I think knowledge is power when you share it. So I do share generously, and I obviously share even more generously with my clients and work with them much deeper to get results. But I don't want to leave anyone behind. I really want to support everyone with everything I've learned over the last 30 years, and especially everything I've learned from my mistakes. So you don't have to make those. I have won several awards for the way I've shown up and shared my thought leadership. LinkedIn has named me an influencer to follow. I'm one of their most authentic contributors. And I'm regularly featured on lists of the top business coaches for female entrepreneurs in the world. And I am really proud of that, not because it fills my shelf with nice shiny objects, which is always nice, of course, but more because it indicates that I'm succeeding in my mission to share information, tools, techniques, practical advice that people can actually use right now to live a better life by living into their purpose through their business, by attracting more of their dream clients so they can have that sustainable income and an impact that they feel proud of. So I am really happy that that's what I'm become known for, and running an online summit the way I've designed it, I believe would be a great celebration of that, and to take that value to a whole nother level. So let me share with you how I've structured things a little bit differently for you. So the first thing is I've structured the summit around my Dream Clients Blueprint. And if you listened to the podcast a couple of weeks ago, it was called the 3 Steps to Build Your Dream Business Strategy, something like that. And I shared with you the 4 areas of the Dream Clients Blueprint and what lies behind each one, and when they work together, what that means for you in your business in terms of having an impact, having that confidence and the momentum that you need to achieve all of your goals and to have the lifestyle that you want at the same time. So if you haven't listened to that episode, go back and listen to that one, and you'll understand a lot more of the context. And if you watch it on YouTube, you will see that the blueprint model, which I think helps you to follow it perhaps a little bit easier. So what that means is that on day 1, we start with looking at what is the right business model and strategy for you, because the Dream Clients Blueprint what I love about it is I didn't want to tell people, hey, here's the plan, just do this, because no two businesses are the same. One year I worked with, I think it was 5 language schools, all teaching English to children, but they all came away with a completely different strategy, completely different marketing, different messaging, because they were different people. They had a different philosophy. They had different values that they brought to their business. They had a different background. So they weren't creating the same business. On paper it may have looked that way, but in reality it was very different. And so I wanted to give them a framework where they could build that completely different business that was naturally differentiated and attracting their dream clients, because it was built from an understanding of who they were, who their ideal clients were, what their value was, what their clients were really looking for, and where those two align, and then build everything from there. And that's what you're going to start exploring on day one, is what exactly do you want from your business? Who exactly are your dream clients? How are you going to show up intentionally and create an impact and a difference in the world? And how are you going to represent that through your brand, which isn't just a logo? We're going to go into what is a brand really, and how can it help bring all of that together and make sure that your dream clients start to see you as their obvious choice. Because the whole point of the summit is you're not building any business, you're building your business. You're not creating any other impact, you're creating the impact that only you can create in this world. You're not working with any clients, you're working with your dream clients, those perfect people who you can have the biggest impact for, and who love working with you and you love working with them, people that give you energy and joy every day. We're going to start with that understanding, so that in day 2, we're going to start looking at your marketing. And you're going to hear from 5 different speakers looking at different ways you can get in front of your ideal clients, but they're each also going to show you and give you full permission. Hey, this is the strategy. It's amazing, but don't do it if this is you or this is your stage. Do this instead, so that you're going to come away with advice that feels right for you and that you can implement with ease. And having gone through day 1 and got that understanding of how to align your strategy and actions with what you want and what's going to have results for your clients, then day 2, it's going to be much easier for you to extract just the information that you need, the marketing methods that feel right for you and your audience. Day 3, we're going to go into sales. Now, the people I've invited to speak to you are going to show you how sales isn't a dirty word. It should never feel icky, or you should never feel fake or pushy or salesy or any of these negative things, but how you can have a nice, gentle sales path that adds value, have amazing conversations with people that help them and you have a better understanding of, can you really help them? Are they really right for you? Is your product going to really support their journey? And how, even if you're an introvert, you can show up and enjoy that sales process and get real results from that as well. So you're going to have a complete sales masterclass on Wednesday. So really don't miss any of it, but especially don't miss that day. Now, you're going to have this understanding of the business you want to create. You're going to know how to get it in front of your ideal clients. You're going to know how to bring those clients closer to your business and convert them into paying clients. And that's the moment where I very often see my clients go, oh yeah, this all makes sense. This is great. Yes, I know what to do. And then they freak out. Like, but can I really do this? Do I really know enough? Isn't that person over there, they've been doing it longer for me, they must be better. All of these weird and wonderful things that come up for us. So day 4 is dedicated to mindset. And we're going to look at mindset from various different angles, from your money mindset, your CEO mindset, your visibility mindset. We're going to explore imposter syndrome and how you can overcome that. The beauty of all the tools you're going to learn on Thursday is they're all things you can do right now, where you are, with no investment. So I am one of the faculty of the Mindset Success School. And so I've invited my colleagues to come and give you what we run over 12 months. You're going to get a kind of compressed version of that in a day. So that's going to be really, really powerful. And Julia, who's going to close us out on Friday, is also part of the faculty as well. Now, Friday, it's a day that you will be tempted to skip altogether because it's too woo-woo or it's too soft, because it's all about self-compassion, about the power of appreciation. It's about how do you balance your health and your business. And it's about the underlying secrets to success. And compared with sales and marketing, it can feel like, well, I've got the tools now, I'm just going to go and do it. However, so many of the people who have come on my podcast have learned the hard way that these soft skills are so essential to your success. And I personally have burned out of my own business in the first instance because I wasn't even aware of any of what we're going to talk about on Friday. And I didn't have any of these tools. I wasn't putting myself first. I was definitely not being self-compassionate. But you're going to learn really practical ways that you can keep your focus, your energy, your kindfulness, as well as your mindfulness in the right place, and how that really is the key to your success. I almost am tempted to say, if you don't have time for anything else in the summit, only watch day 5, because as I said, you're going to learn tools and techniques that most people dismiss or don't have access to or not even aware of. And it impacts everything when it comes to your success. And that first session with Tom is going to really set the context there and help you understand just how closely linked your success is to your ability to treat yourself as your own best friend, your own best CEO, almost. So do not miss day 5. So that's a lot of information in a day. You're going to have 5 speakers each day. So it really is a complete masterclass. This whole experience is a powerful course, almost, well, more than a course. You're just going to learn so much, and everything, the way I've developed it, everything builds on what you've just learned. So you're going to get the context and take it deeper, then get some fresh perspectives and have something to help make it all come together for you. So it all builds on itself. So if you can follow the whole thing live, it's completely free to do so. You get 24 hours access to all of the sessions so that you can maintain that flow. However, you can buy a VIP pass. It's just £47 before the event. And I think if I was to put this together and put it out there and sell it as a program, I would be selling it for easily 1,000, if not more, because it is so valuable. So £47, absolute no-brainer in my view, but take your own stance on this. I would really encourage you to think about getting that pass. Once the summit starts, that price jumps up to £97. So you're saving yourself £50, like more than half, signing up early and getting that pass right now. And after the summit finishes, when you get all of that value together, it's £137. So you will never get it for a better price than you will now. And I've also added in loads of bonuses to help you get the most from the experience. The bonuses are worth £1,000 alone. And you get in there, for example, my Marketing Made Simple course is a complete course itself for $247, and loads more. I'm not going to go into all of that. You can go and check it out. Click the link below. And when you register for a ticket, you will be invited to upgrade instantly for that VIP pass. And I really would encourage you to take that option, because I suspect even if you follow everything live, you are going to want to go back and rewatch things as you take some learning and you put it into action and you're ready for the next step. You can come back to these lessons, extract that next level for you and continue learning. So I really do feel that this experience would last you a year to go back, relearn, rewatch, deepen your understanding and move forward. So you can go to www.melittacampbell.com/DCS, Dream Client Summit, DCS, and you can get your free pass there. And I said, you'll be given the option to upgrade. I want to tell you what else is different about the way I've structured the program. So the one thing is I've given it this clear structure so that every session builds on the session before. So you come away having really learned and got so much practical advice that you can apply straight away. The other thing is that I have interviewed everybody personally. I've recorded everything in advance. It makes sure that everything flows, that there's no technical issues, no time zones, no sick kids, no no dogs to rush to the vet. None of that is going to happen. It's going to be a really nice, smooth experience for you. It also allows me personally to manage my energy. As an introvert, I don't think I could do 5 hours back to back. I know I couldn't. I'd be exhausted. I'd be on the floor. So it allows me to bring my best self to each of those interviews. But it also means that I can be sure to get enough depth of detail for you from every speaker. And if you've listened to the podcast before, you'll know that nobody comes on the show without me really probing them for, well, how exactly are they going to do that? And when do you know it's the right time to do that? And, what else do they need? And what can they expect? And you're going to get all that depth of detail. And my VA, hi, Rita, if you're listening, I know she is. She's always laughing because she goes, oh, you didn't let them get away with that. You really pressed them for the information. And you're going to get that in every single interview. So we are going to get to really understand their background, their expertise. They're going to give you this wonderful masterclass. But at every stage, if there's anything they've shared, I thought, hold on a minute, what exactly does that mean? But where do you start with that? What's the first step? So I've really taken every speaker back a step to make sure that you can take this information right now and apply it. The other thing that I've done is once you sign up for your free ticket, melittacampbell.com/DCS. Once you get your free ticket, you will get access to a platform, and it's that same platform where you'll find all the talks live. So you only have one link, so bookmark it. Once you have that link, you'll find in there already a pre-training. So you can already start your journey instantly. I thought, I don't want people waiting around 2 weeks, like twiddling their thumbs when they actually want to move forward and get clients. So you will find in there's 2 pre-training sessions already in there for you to enjoy. And I've put together a self-assessment. So when you take the self-assessment, it'll probably take you about 5 minutes. And then you'll have a snapshot of where you are in your business today and what your next layer of priorities is, so that you can keep that in mind as you follow the session. So you are taking out the information that you need most to help you in your business and move forward right now. So that's going to be really, really helpful for you. The other thing I've included for you is action planning sheets. So for each session, you'll find a sheet in your playbook, and it guides you in making sure that you are taking away all the elements that really resonate with you most, but then reflecting on, okay, but which of those is going to help me best in my business right now? And which one of these, or 2 possibly, do I feel I can actually take action on right now? So that you're filtering all this like massive information that you're going to get to something really practical that you can put into action right now that's relevant for you. And you're going to have all those insights that you can come back to once you've taken that one action, you're ready for the next step. So it's a great way, a simple way for you to capture all your learning, capture those big messages that come out for you, because it's going to be different for everybody. Because as I said earlier, everyone comes into their business with a different background, different experience, different vision, values, everything. So you're going to be guided in taking the exact information that you need from each session and capture that so you can use it. Don't come along, sit there and nod along. It'll be a nice experience if you do that, but it'll be a complete waste of time if you don't come away from each session knowing, okay, I'm going to apply this to my business and it's going to help me move forward. So use those sheets to help guide your thinking and action planning as well. You'll find all of this in the playbook, which also has all the information together. As I've mentioned, when I've gone to these summits before, I don't really have information to help me orient myself in that experience and therefore get the most from it. And I don't have it beforehand to plan my time either. So this playbook, you've got a schedule, you get to meet all the speakers in advance. You can click through to their websites if you want to. You will have the self-assessment forms. You will have all these planning sheets. You'll have lots of information to help you get the most from the experience. And you'll get a bit of background as well on me and the Dream Clients Blueprint as well. So you can really understand how I've put this whole event together for you, which I think is going to be helpful in helping you get the most out of it as well. And we also have that online platform with all the materials in there. If you've got the VIP pass, you have a slightly different platform. It's still one platform, and you can access all of the talks early as well. Most of the talks, at least, will be there early, so you can already start your experience and spread that out over a longer period of time. And you have all those bonus tools and trainings in there as well that you can start immediately. Also, you can download an app on your phone so you can watch the summit on the go. You don't have to be tied to your computer. You can be listening to it as you're walking the dog, as you're doing other things. So you have that freedom to enjoy the experience in whichever way suits you. I was about to say the final thing, but it's not the final thing at all. There is a dedicated community, not on Facebook. It's another platform that I found that I felt helped categorize information more easily so that you can access what you need with ease. You can see what's available for you, and automatically gives you points. Every time you interact on the platform, you get points, and points will unlock different elements of the platform for you as well. So you get even more from your experience. And every day, myself and the speakers have some wonderful prizes. So every day you could come away with some additional tools and advice and training and coaching and all sorts of things to, again, help you move forward in business. So if you go to that platform and you share your introduction and you engage and share your biggest takeaways each day or from each session as much as you want, every time you interact and share something, you'll get given more points. So you will have even more chance of winning some of those amazing prizes that myself and the other speakers have put together for you. And there will also be a action networking event afterwards. So the week after, on the Tuesday, I've set aside an hour and a half to help you filter through everything that you've taken away from the summit and figure out what your next steps are, discuss where any gaps are, and help you find how you can fill those gaps. Maybe someone already in the network can help you with that or has the expertise or experience, myself as well. So we're going to have that session where you can meet your colleagues at the event live-ish, it's online, but in person, you'll be able to meet them and discuss with them, and you'll have help to take your actions forward so that you feel really as supported as possible through that process. That is an event that happens every month. So the one after this summit is a bit longer. It's dedicated to filtering through your learning from the summit. But we also meet on a regular basis so that you can have that ongoing community, that ongoing accountability and knowledge sharing as well. And if you do have the VIP pass, the week after that, I'm hosting a live Q&A session with me. So you can come with anything you want feedback on that you've worked on since the summit, any questions you may have around sales, marketing, vision, values, business strategy, mindset, not about finance or import, export or legal, anything like that. I'll leave that to the professionals who know all about that. But anything else, come bring it to that session and I'll help you move through that. So it's a Q&A session, but it's almost like a mini one-to-one because I'll be answering your question live. You'll have the chance to submit your questions in advance to make sure that I don't miss anyone out. And if there's anything you want me to give feedback on, it means I can have a look at it in advance, so I can just come with the value for you and not waste time in that session looking at something for the first time. I can really reflect and think about that a little bit in advance. So lots to support your journey. So you have the structure, you have all the communication so you can plan, you've got all the tools to help you take the most value away from the event. And then you've got the community, you've got the action networking, and you've got the Q&A if you have that VIP pass, to all help you really filter through this information and take away what's right for you right now and determine how best to take action on everything that you're learning. So that's how I've structured the summit, so it isn't too overwhelming for you and that you can have that chance to orient yourself, get planned, meet everyone else involved. The speakers, many of the speakers are also in that community too, ready to answer your questions and give more feedback and insights where needed. Our goal is to really support you as much as we can through this experience, make sure that you really do grow your business and attract more of your dream clients into your business, because we all know that it's with the right clients that you can build something extraordinary for you and your clients and your family and the wider community. Because once we have these successful businesses and we're having this impact, we can use that to invest in other causes. We are having that ripple effect with the people we help. It's just a beautiful space, and we need more of you in that space, not feeling stuck, not feeling overwhelmed, not feeling lost. Do I do this or that? Or locked in a cycle of self-doubt, or having issues with your money mindset that mean you're working hard and nothing is coming together. We don't want you to have any of that. We need you out there with us in this space, having an impact, loving your life, and putting that amazing energy out there into the world. So I really hope you can join us. Once again, to get your free ticket, go to melittacampbell.com. That's 2 T's in melitta.com/DCS. And if you want to upgrade to the VIP pass, tick the box on the checkout page and you can upgrade. As I said, before the summit begins, it's just £47. And you will be really grateful that you took that step, because there is just so much value. You will get so much value if you follow along live, but I feel in my bones that you are going to want to come back to many of those sessions. So locking in that early bird price for you now is really the best option you can take. So I encourage you to really consider that. If it really isn't possible for you, come along live. It's completely free, as I said. And I really look forward to seeing you at the summit and even before the summit in the community. Bye for now.